So I wanted to do a side story, aside from the Facebook banning that will be its own story, on a potential scammer that I almost fell for. So I got my Facebook account disabled on Friday, as well as two of the other admins for a group that I am part of. That is why we got our accounts disabled without any kind of evidence. Side story. When I got it disabled, I went live on YouTube twice. Once to kind of just vent, and then once when I found out the Game B admins had their accounts disabled as well. And one of the other Game B admins joined me on that live broadcast. Somebody on the first live commented that they had their Facebook banned and this person on Instagram had helped them. So I looked up the person on Instagram. Their account didn't look too legit. There were like 500 people following them. They were following a handful. I don't know Instagram. I couldn't tell how long their account had been up or anything. But I contacted them to ask them what the process was. What would be the process if I wanted my account reactivated? They said all they needed was my email and my phone number, and that there would be a charge. It would be $50. I asked how I would pay, and they said an iTunes gift cards. Because I was already out, I picked one up in case it was my only option. I felt confident to use it. Although I know iTunes, I've been binge watching Kit Boga's channel. I know iTunes gift cards and such are the currency of scammers. And so that made me triple question it, of course. But the idea that I had contacted this person, they hadn't contacted me. They didn't say, hey, I can get your account restored. It was someone else who said, hey, this other person get your account restored. And I've had a ton of really good information in that same format. Somebody coming to me and telling me about world-saving, changing ideas that have been part of my broadcast. I'm like, hey, have you heard of this? Have you heard of this? It's more reputable. I mean, I have this, if I'm out and about and I ask somebody to take a picture with my camera, I'm going to trust them a lot more than if they've asked me, hey, would you like me to take a picture with your camera? I mean, no one's probably stealing my Android phone over somebody's iPhone, but still, it's like that trust of like, I contacted you versus you contacted me. But then on that same video and another video, I had two different bots from two different YouTube accounts suggest two different Instagram ethical hackers. And so it becomes very clear that anytime you put something like Facebook disabled my account, you're going to have AI come and comment that, hey, I got my Facebook account disabled and this is the person who got it back. Then you're going to contact that person, have that little bit more established trust. It makes sense to pay an iTunes gift cards because I'm not contacting Facebook to get it back. That's why I had to possibly go through this person. Facebook doesn't have an appeals process for this. It just says that it's permanent. You broke community standards. We're not going to tell you how or why. And your only option, because they don't have a way to actually get your account back through Facebook, is to pay an ethical hacker, who, of course, is probably a scammer. And so I wanted to come on here because I can... Although I also have this defiance of like, I don't care if my Facebook account doesn't come back. I am dismantling capitalism and we'll double that speed. We'll just double that somehow without Facebook, which I was using as a tool to help with that for sure. But it's my kids' pictures and my kids' videos, and I can only imagine if it was my grandkids or people who I love and lost, and that was my only pictures of them, how much that would be worth. And of course I would pay $50. I would keep paying $50 for it, even if I couldn't afford it. And so I wanted to warn other people. And I would like to know from anyone, not in comments, because we know AI is going to jump in on that, if you've actually paid an ethical hacker and gotten your Facebook account back. I don't need to know the person's name, but to hear your story, especially on camera, of, no, actually I did fall for that same scam, but it wasn't a scam and I got it back. Because if there was ever legitimate reason to use a gray currency, right, something like an iTunes gift card, it would be for a gray level of the market where it's like, right, it's not legal to pay a hacker, and yet it's my account. And so that's why they're an ethical hacker, and they would only restore people's accounts who can prove that they own them. And they would need to get paid for it, and they might not want to get paid in regular currency that can be traceable. And yet at the same time, the fact that 3 different AI commented on 2 of my videos to say, yes, contact this person on Instagram, is highly sketchy. And I wanted to warn other people to not fall for the scam that I almost fell for. Thank you.